All right, so we touched on the Clippers and Lakers possible matchup. That remains to be seen. You know, one of them's going to face the Lakers, Denver, or the Clippers. So we'll see. But in the East right now, we got Toronto. Toronto lost.
I called that one.
Yes.
I called that
So we got the Celtics and Miami Heat.
Yeah.
That's a very intriguing matchup to me because some people thought Boston could be there at the end, but obviously Milwaukee and Toronto were more talked about as the season went along. So you got Boston, which is kind of a surprise, but not super surprising, versus Miami, where no one expected them to even make it to close to the Eastern Conference Finals.
We said it'd be dark horses. We never thought they would actually get through like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So give me your thoughts first on how Miami's only lost one game this entire playoffs and how you're impressed by that, or how you feel. And Jimmy Butler, give me your thoughts on that.
That's what surprised me. Them beating Milwaukee did surprise me. I thought after the first two games, I was like, okay, maybe it's a possibility. But then I also always in the back of my mind thought Milwaukee would come back.
Right.
Like Giannis would figure it out. Maybe instead of being on top of the key all the time, bring the ball up, be on the box.
Right.
Just or be on the wing.
Yeah.
Just change the offense in some way.
Yeah.
But it was always the same thing.
Yeah.
Bring the ball to court, top of the key, try to do a pick up from the top of the key. It's not going to work.
Right.
So all you're going to do is box up like they've been doing.
Right.
Wall him off.
Yeah.
He has nowhere to go. Like,
it's
not going to work. At least work from the side or from the post.
You know what I picked up on this season in the league? You know the NBA is always evolving constantly throughout the start to finish. Most teams switched up their defensive schemes all the time.
Yes.
Or the offensive schemes. Like there was no like one set way. Milwaukee's problem is they played the same all year long, offensively and defensively. So it's very easy for NBA teams to figure them out. Like they played great during the regular season. Like Coach Bud, this is not the first time this happened.
Yeah.
It happened with Atlanta. Remember they were like the best team a couple years, and then when the playoffs came,
he's a regular season coach.
Right. So they didn't make it, but we'll touch on that in a minute.
But
they lost to Miami.
Yeah.
You know, Miami was a bad matchup for them also. But, you know, they're playing the best basketball in the NBA arguably right now, completely.
Between them and the Lakers right now.
So Miami, you know, I personally am picking the Celtics in this series. Like, I think they're better on paper, especially with Hayward coming back. But you can't underestimate Jimmy Butler's heart and determination.
No. And the thing about what you just said, heart and determination, that bleeds through the rest of his team.
Exactly.
This whole team plays that way.
Yeah.
Like, this team really reminds me of that Detroit team that beat the Lakers.
Yep.
They always make a heart, determination, but I never thought Spoelstra was that good of a coach, but he's proven me wrong right now. He's a great coach.
Pat Riley knows what he's doing.
He's a puppet master, right?
But
he's still doing
that's what I'm saying, though. Pat Riley knew this guy had what it take, instilled his
the film room all the way down
everything,
to coaching,
detail, like no breaks. Oh, you're a star. Oh, that doesn't mean you're getting practice off. AKA Clippers, you know, that's a whole nother.
And going back to what we talked about earlier with the whole Kawhi thing, the leader thing. Jimmy Butler is the same exact leader, but he's vocal leader.
He's vocal leader.
He's the vocal.
And they follow his lead.
Yeah,
backs it up on and off the court.
That's why he got kicked out of Philadelphia. Not kicked out, but they didn't want to resign him.
Yeah.
Just because he's a vocal leader.
Yeah, and they could rep some feathers wrong, but you know what? It worked. You got to do what you got to do. And, you know, that also could be hurting the Clippers because, remember, it was between Jimmy Butler and Paul George. If they have Jimmy Butler on the Clippers right now, with Kawhi,
it's over.
It's over.
I think it's over.
Yeah, so.
Because that's that dog, that Paul George. We always say, he never just. He doesn't put a stamp on the game, man. He just plays very lackadaisical. Like I always say.
Very passive.
Very passive.
And you know, over the game, and that's why Miami is where they are. So they are one step away from the NBA Finals. I think they will not beat Boston, but who knows? But I think Boston. I'm looking for a Boston NBA Finals.
Yeah. Well, speaking of, so we know those two teams are playing.
Yeah.
What do you think happens to Giannis? Do you think he stays? Or do you think he's going to leave?
I think Giannis is going to leave.
You think he's throwing little tea leaves out there?
Yeah, like to me, why are you going to unfollow every teammate on your team? That's kind of disrespectful to your teammates. Kind of a little passive aggressive move.
That's that LeBron, AD stuff.
You know what I mean? So there's that passive aggressiveness I don't necessarily like. He met with Milwaukee ownership this week.
4 hours.
We don't know we don't know what happened in that meeting.
Yeah.
Maybe he said, y'all better do something in the offseason for me to stay.
We're definitely talking about moves. 100%.
You know what I'm saying? Because this is it. He's a free agent after this upcoming 2021 season. So,
and even going towards this new season coming up, we have no idea when it's going to start, how long it's going to be.
Yeah. We don't
how
know.
that's going to affect the next year.
Yeah, because it's going to mess the whole entire
the
pandemic.
So we don't know what's going on. So he might want his little, I want to know what's going on right now before the season even starts.
Right.
If you have no answers for me, when this season starts, I want to trade.
Right.
I want to start on a new team, or I'm locked in with you guys.
Right.
Maybe one of the two.
Right.
I don't
Absolutely.
think it's being limbo like the whole KD thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's gonna be one way or the other.
Yeah. So, I personally believe he's going to eventually leave Milwaukee.
Yeah.
You know, we look at the way the league. It's always been like this. You know, there's been more of an emphasis on the salary cap being more fair.
Uh-huh.
You know, the supermax to give smaller teams a fight.
Yeah.
But if you look at NBA, the big markets always prevail somehow, some way. Always.
Only team that does
Always.
not is New York.
Well,
But everybody else, yes.
yeah,
They get the free agents.
Brooklyn, I'll put them
Brooklyn's
in New
overtaking
York.
them,
I'll put
yeah.
them in New York City.
Yeah,
You know, but the Knicks, that's because of ownership. It's not because they don't want to play for the
that's
Knicks.
true. That's true.
But-
same thing for Chicago.
Yeah,
Ryan's doing it.
same thing. Exactly. Like
Same thing.
the big market franchises always find a way. Like the two LA franchises, Miami is in a bigger market. Philadelphia, Brooklyn, Boston.
You could just throw it all California. They could throw Golden State.
Golden State. Yeah, the Bay Area is a big market
You know what
too.
I mean?
Yeah. So, who's gonna like? To be honest with you, would you rather play in Milwaukee or live in San Francisco? If you're a professional athlete, what city offers more to you?
I'm not sure I want to answer that question, sir.
I'm
But
just
yes, I'm
gonna
in
say
San Francisco.
yeah,
Yes, of course.
You got Silicon Valley there.
Yeah.
You got
No
business
doubt about it.
opportunities.
No doubt about
You
it.
live in a world-class city. You know, San Francisco has issues, but that's besides the point. These are talking about millionaires right now.
Yeah.
They're gonna live the best lives, right? Like those are
And
cities you
You
want
have
to be
other
in.
business ventures outside the court.
Yeah,
in San Francisco.
exactly. So
yeah.
you got big tech, business opportunities. It's only an hour flight from LA, so you could have potential stuff down here as far as entertainment stuff.
You
You
can
know what I'm
change up and
saying?
be like Joakim Noah, who wants to go on vacation in Milwaukee?
Yeah, it's the
Cleveland,
same thing.
Milwaukee,
They're both-
the same thing.
both on the
No one wants
Great
to go
Lakes.
there.
No one wants to go there.
No one wants to go there.
So Sheriff Clark, I mean,
Yeah.
that's a whole other thing. But you
Um,
know,
So
but
yeah,
I think Giannis is gonna leave.
You think he's gonna leave?
Yes, I really think
I-
so.
Something tells me he'll stay and he'll sign a 1-for-1.
Yeah,
A one-year,
$40
2-year
million
contract,
deal.
but he can opt out of 1 year.
Yeah.
He'll do something
Yeah,
like that.
you could
just
do
so he can
that.
leave, to see if they can get somebody there.
Yeah,
Now, if they don't get anybody there, then he's
yeah.
like,
But if you're him,
Yeah.
though, would you give up that
I would leave.
$200 million deal,
Yeah.
$150
So I know
million?
he's gonna get more somewhere.
Yeah.
Just well off course stuff.
Yeah, because he
He can recoup
he's
that.
making a lot of money off the court.
He can recoup that money.
So you got Boston beating Miami as well, or do you think they're gonna lose?
You know what?
You did say Miami.
I'm saying Boston is gonna win
yeah.
because I think Gordon Hayward's coming back.
Okay.
If
Yeah.
Gordon Hayward does not come
You
back,
pick Miami.
I think it's gonna go 7 and Miami takes
Yeah.
it. That's
Fair
what I
enough.
think.
Fair enough. So
That's what I think.
I think Giannis is out, and I got Boston making it to the finals. That's my
I got,
prediction.
I got Giannis with a 1-for-1, and depends on Gordon Hayward coming back.
Fair
But
enough.
I'm leaning towards Boston.
Okay.
I'm leaning towards Boston.
Okay.